time and harvest, Genesis 8:22, shall never cease. Now, these things, they shall never cease. It means that it's not only planting corn. No, whatever you sow, once it's in the earth realm, you will reap a harvest. Whether it's money, whether it's kindness, whether it's mercy, whether it's forgiveness, whether it's giving, whether it's judgment, whatever you sow, once you are in the earth realm, you will reap a harvest. While the earth remains, seed time and harvest will never cease. So, whatever good you have done, you will reap it. All things being equal. And whatever you also do negative, you reap it. This one cannot be cancelled by prayer. It's a principle. Yes. The only thing that can suspend, seed time and harvest in the negative sense is mercy. That's all. Even that one, at least you will reap some. Look at the way Paul suffered. And the way Paul persecuted the saints. He was paying what he had sown. Even though he had repented, God was using him, but according to divine justice, he was chosen to bear the afflictions of the body. The same way he was killing them, persecuting them. Look at the persecution that Paul went through. None of the apostles went through such persecution. And if you look at the damage he did to the church, you will understand. So, all these seasons, 8 seasons, seed time, harvest, cold, heat, winter, summer, day, night, they are not just physical seasons, they are also spiritual seasons. There are seasons in your life that you will be going through winter. Yes. Where there will be slow activity. And then summertime will come where your leaves will blossom. Jesus Christ said, learn this parable of the fig tree. When you see that it has put forth leaves, then you know that summer is at hand. So summertime is when your leaves blossom. Winter time will come. Heat is when people are around you. Cold, people will scatter. It will come. In your life and destiny, it will come. There will be a time when you will feel lonely. There will be a time when you will feel that everybody is like around you. There are times people will leave you. There are times that you will see that it is night in your destiny. There are times that you will see that it is day. There are times when it's a sowing time, and sowing time is crying time, weeping time. God doesn't only love a cheerful giver is also a tearful giver. Because it said, those who sow in tears, they shall come back rejoicing, bringing the sheaves. The night time is a time where you are sacrificing in tears. It will come. Anything you are involved in, whether it's a marriage, whether it's a business, whether it's a ministry, whether it's school, whatever, there will be a time that is called seed time, where nobody knows what you are doing, and there will be a time where your fruit will show. As surely as the sun rises from the east and sets at the west, these seasons too will never cease from man's life. Jesus Christ got to a point in his life where he said, this is the hour and the power of darkness. He said, while I was in the temple, you didn't come against me with clouds and sticks and cutlass, but now is the hour and the power of darkness. That season of night, when it came for Jesus, he was arrested. He could not resist, he could not do anything. He was so powerless. Because the season had already been designed. Psalm 24 verse 1. The earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof. The earth has fullness. There's no end to the depths of the earth. Fullness. The earth is so full. So full. There are different parts under the earth. Psalm 139 verse 15. There's a chamber which is like God's manufacturing chamber. Spiritually under the earth. Many things go on under the earth. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in secret and skillfully wrought in the lowest parts of the earth. That place, lowest parts of the earth, that was God's manufacturing chamber. That's where all your destiny, everything was designed, including your ship and your everything. Lowest part of the earth. There are hidden places on the earth that we don't know of. Secret places where God stores treasures. So when God is blessing you, God does not bless you from heaven. God blesses you from this earth. When God says, I will make you rich, the money is not coming from heaven. The money is right here. It's right here. Sometimes it's in people's pockets and their accounts. And sometimes God can give you an idea. That one idea can literally take the money from people's pockets and their account because of one idea. When we say this person is the richest person in the world, the money didn't come from heaven. The money came from people's pockets because he had something people were compelled to buy. They had to buy because people needed it. That's why he said God can give ideas that can attract wealth. Because the earth is full. Heaven is not. When you pray, God says, I will bless you. It's not coming from heaven. It's coming from earth. That is why Jesus Christ, when he came on earth, God knew that he needed favor of man also. So Luke 2:52, he said, and the child grew in wisdom and in stature and in favor with God and men. Not only God, and men. Because it will take both God and men to bless you. It will take a man to bless you. Not, it said, Luke 6:38, the King James, it said, give, it shall be given to you, good measure, pressed down, shaking together, shall men put in your bosom. Shall men, King James, shall men give into your bosom. Not God, men. It is men who give. That is why we must not only have favor with God, we must also have favor with men. You can have favor with God, but if you don't have favor with men, you can be limited. And God knew that, so he gave Jesus both favor with God and then favor with men. It is a man that must open a door for you. Every blessing that God gives us, he gives them to us through men. When I say men, human beings. Therefore, do not despise human beings. Therefore, make sure all your relationships are serviced all the time. Therefore, do not deny, do not prevent God or stop what God is doing by blocking the channel. That's why he said, when your brother offends you, he said, go to him. Never let any relationship go unserviced. You don't know the channel that your blessing will come through. You don't know. And sometimes the pride in us makes us think that God will bless you directly. Lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's pride. I don't need anybody. You are a liar. I'm a self-made man. Liar. Look, if the whole world decides not to patronize your goods, do you think you can still make it? You can't make it. That is what life is. So we need favor with God and favor with men. When you pray, don't just shoot into the heavens, strike the ground also. It's the sword of the Lord and the sword of Gideon. In Judges 7:20, he said, shout, the sword of the Lord and the sword of Gideon. Not just the sword of the Lord, the sword of Gideon too. The two always go together. So Elisha told the king, open the window, shoot the arrow, also strike the ground. Sometimes when we pray prayers like, let the gospel have free course, we should also pray, oh God, release laborers. Release laborers. When people are preaching, open the hearts of men and women to listen. That is on the ground. Heaven can release rain, but the earth must be in alignment to receive rain to produce. So anybody who says, I can make it with God alone is a liar. You need man. And you know, it will surprise you. The person you are despising today, tomorrow your life may be dependent on that person. Be very careful how you look down on people because of maybe where God has brought you. Be very careful how you despise people because of where God has put you. When God gives you position, or when God gives you any advantage, that advantage, you must use that advantage to lift up people. Otherwise, a time will come, the tables will turn, and you will see that you will pay for your negligence of spiritual laws. There are many people right now, where they are now, where they can get help, they can't go. Because as they were leaving that place, they banged the door, thinking they will never go back to that place because after all, I don't need them. Be careful. Watch it. One day you may have to go back to where. That's why I taught you wisdom for relationship. And I said there are some relationships, they are strategic relationships. In fact, there are some relationships, they are just stepping stones to higher heights or greater. But you know something, mind the way you live, the way you exit. Don't bang the door, because one day you may have to come back for a testimonial. One day, somebody may have to give a recommendation, just a signature. We see it in movies, don't we? We see it in African movies and other movies. It's a real life thing. Whatever we sow on this earth, we will reap. Let that guide your actions. And when you treat people with sincerity.